Walnuts look like a tiny brain for a reason. Here's what a small handful a day really does inside you. That little wrinkled shape isn't a coincidence. And neither is what walnuts quietly do once you start eating them every day. A small handful, chewed slowly, sets off a chain of gentle changes from your head down to your gut. If you've ever felt foggy in the afternoons or heavy after meals, this is exactly the kind of small habit that can shift the day. Nothing dramatic, nothing extreme, just steady, calm effects your body seems to know how to use. The first one shows up faster than most people realize, often within the same hour you eat them. Because walnuts carry a rare kind of fat your brain and heart genuinely welcome, and your body puts it to work almost immediately. But the change most people never notice comes a little further in once you've been doing it for a few days in a row. It begins in your mouth of all places, the moment you start chewing. Walnuts are dense, so you slow down, and slower eating is one of the quietest wins for digestion and appetite. Your stomach registers fullness sooner, which means you naturally stop eating a little earlier without trying. Then those healthy fats move into your bloodstream, carrying omega-3s that your body cannot make on its own. For an older body, that matters because those fats are linked to steadier energy and calmer inflammation. You may not feel it on day one, but by the end of the first week, small things begin to add up. Your afternoons feel a touch less heavy, your snacks less desperate, your focus a little more like yours again. Now let's slow down and look at what a daily handful of walnuts is really doing, one part of the body at a time, because the story doesn't stop at your stomach. It moves upward, into the place walnuts were quietly named for. Your brain uses fat as a building block, and the omega-3s in walnuts are a preferred kind. Research generally links these fats to sharper memory, steadier mood, and better long-term brain health as we age. That's why many people who eat walnuts daily describe feeling a little more there in conversations. It's not magic, it's your brain getting a nutrient it was always designed to run on. Walnuts also carry small amounts of natural plant compounds called polyphenols. These act like quiet housekeepers, helping your body handle everyday stress on cells more gracefully. Think of them as a soft cloth wiping down the inside of your system a little each day. Over time, that steady care shows up as better resilience, especially in the vessels feeding your heart and brain. And speaking of the heart, this is where walnuts truly earn their reputation. A daily handful is one of the most consistent food habits linked to healthier cholesterol patterns. Many people find their numbers drift in a friendlier direction after a few months of steady eating. The fats in walnuts help your body keep the helpful cholesterol up while gently nudging the less helpful kind down. Your blood vessels stay more relaxed, which supports steadier circulation and blood pressure. If your afternoons ever come with a tight, heavy feeling in your chest area from stress or a big lunch, that softer, calmer response is exactly the kind of thing walnuts quietly encourage over time. But here's the part most people miss, and it's worth pausing on. The biggest change from eating walnuts every day may not be in your heart or brain at all. It may be happening in your gut. Walnuts feed the good bacteria that live in your digestive tract, the ones responsible for far more than digestion. Those tiny helpers influence your mood, your immune strength, and even how well you sleep. A daily handful acts almost like a gentle gardener, encouraging the friendlier bacteria to grow and crowd out the less helpful ones. Within a couple of weeks, many people notice smoother digestion and less bloating after meals. And because your gut talks constantly to your brain, a happier gut often shows up as a calmer, clearer head. That's the quiet, connected magic behind such a simple food. If that sounds like something you'd like more of in your day, you're not alone, and it doesn't take much. A small handful is roughly 7 to 10 walnut halves, about what fits comfortably in the cup of your palm. That's the sweet spot, enough to feed the body, not so much that the calories pile up. You can eat them plain, sprinkle them on oatmeal, toss them into a salad, or stir them into plain yogurt with a little fruit. The simpler, the better. Walnuts don't need dressing up to do their work. Now, here's where a gentle caution belongs, because honest is always better than hyped. Walnuts are rich, and rich foods deserve respect. Too many at once can feel heavy on the stomach, and the calories do add up if you eat them by the bagful. If you have a no nut allergy, walnuts are of course off the table entirely. And if you take any medication or manage a specific condition, it's always wise to check with your doctor before making a daily change, even a small, natural one. Freshness matters too. Walnuts have delicate oils, and stale ones can taste bitter and lose much of their benefit. Store them somewhere cool, dark, and sealed. The fridge is honestly ideal, which brings us to a small, common mistake that quietly cancels a lot of the good. Many people buy walnuts, tuck them in a warm cupboard, and forget them for months. By the time they're eaten, those precious fats have turned, and the food has lost its edge. Keep them cool, keep them fresh, and eat them within a reasonable window. That one habit alone can double the value of every handful. Now think about what a quiet month of this could look like for you. Steadier energy in the afternoons, softer digestion after meals, a clearer head in conversations, and a heart that's being gently looked after in the background. None of it loud, none of it sudden, just your body responding kindly to a kind, simple habit. Which of these effects would matter most to you? The sharper focus, the calmer digestion, or the steadier heart? It's worth sitting with that question, because it often points you toward what your body has been asking for all along. So here's the simple picture to carry with you. A small handful of walnuts a day feeds your brain the fats it prefers, supports your heart in quiet, steady ways, and helps the good bacteria in your gut thrive. Eat them fresh, keep the portion small, and let the habit build gently over weeks, not days. That's really all it takes for the good work to begin. If this was helpful, the next natural step is our video on what happens to your body when you eat almonds every day. Another small handful with its own quiet gifts. And if you'd like more simple, natural wellness videos like this one, consider subscribing and turning on the bell. We share new, easy-to-follow videos every week, made for real people with real lives. Walnuts aren't a miracle. They're a small, steady kindness you can offer your body once a day. Remember, this is for general information only and isn't medical advice. Always check with your doctor about your own health.